That's in pretty good shape right there. Look at the bubbles in it. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? All right, so here's what we're going to do today. I am at a homestead that I found not too long ago, but did not metal detect because it was really late in the day. Just to show you what we're using today, we've got the Garrett AT Max. I'm going to have a 0 program. I'm going to crank the discrimination up probably to like 25 or so. It's loaded with iron. I've already listened to it in here. I'm going to try to ground balance if I can find a spot with it where I can, but if I can't, we just won't worry about it right now. So I've been digging around with the metal detector for a while, just finding junky stuff. So I came over here by the foundation, and I'm digging a hole where I think part of the house stood right here. And it's actually very interesting. I still have not gotten down to the natural layer yet. I'm digging out all kinds of little artifacts. Unfortunately, no whole bottles or anything, but you can see there's some glass in here. Little pieces of china. That's a little cup of some sort. That would have been a pretty old bottle right there, I think. You can see how crudely that's made. A little bit of this. More china. There's some mason jars that could date to like the 30s or something like that. And yeah, so the stuff in here, haven't gotten anything that's non-ferrous yet that's any good. Lots of nails. I think what we'll do is I'm going to wait and come back with a smaller coil to do this. I just feel like I could be missing some of the smaller things. Another piece of bottle there. So I'm going to go ahead and dig a few more test pits, I guess, different areas, and I'll let you see what I find. But we'll also do some more metal detecting because there's more foundations out that way going across the side of that hill, and there's a cistern and more bottles and stuff on the surface. So don't give up yet on the metal detecting, because I haven't. That's where I dug the test pit, and I came over here. I got a big old signal, and I dug it up. And that's just a mason jar lid. But the interesting thing is, you got to remember that could easily be like a Civil War belt buckle or almost anything like that, because that's a really good sound. And I decided to dig this out a little bit, and as I dug it out, this popped up, which I believe is a marble. So that might be my first cool find of the day. Yeah, it's a marble. Huh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and just dig this out a little bit more and see if anything else pops out. And we'll run the metal detector over that loose dirt too. But yeah, that's pretty cool. A nice little marble. I find this curious how these bricks are laid like this, going across this way. It's like a big walkway here. This is all bricked right in here. And I've already been digging around in here. And this is part of a lightning rod system. And I actually saw the piece of glass for it right here. That's part of it. I'll say that. Normally there's a piece screwed in here. You can see there's threads. It'll be like it'd be like a spear tip or some type of decorative piece. I have some of them at home. But I guess that's been scavenged already. But I'll say that for sure, because that's in pretty good shape right there. Look at the bubbles in it. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? Anyway. I was looking through here, and I'm basically just finding a lot of iron, big chunks of iron. There's pieces of roof right like that right there. How dark the soil is, that tells me it's a lot of organic matter. So this is probably a place where they kept animals at some point, because that's probably poo from many decades of animals being in there, or hay or something like that. I think it's just too much to be the wood, the rotted wood from a building. It should be a thinner layer if that's all it was. I'm gonna have to walk you back to the well. Like I said, I already showed you that, but I'm pretty sure the audio didn't come out. And yeah, let's look at this. I'm going backwards. This was an area I kind of wanted to check because it's close to the well, but you can see it's just loaded with trash. I might run the metal detector through here a little bit, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time. This is the well over here. It's mostly filled in, thankfully. And the house site we were digging, little pits and stuff's right over there. There's a well, it's a gully, another barn up against the bank there. I got a squeaker over there, and I just kind of started moving it with my shovel, but I can see that there's actually something good there. I think that's going to be a spoon handle. That's a beautiful little piece right there. I like that. All right, I'll stick around here just a little bit longer. What do you say? Oh, look at that. Still got leather on it, I think. That's brass. Huh. Yeah, it's this type of, some type of harness buckle, I would guess. A little bit of leather. That's interesting. Huh. Nice if it was a nice wishbone buckle, huh? Alright, that's alright. I like that. That's my best find so far. Don't know how old it is. So I dug the buckle and just heard a big signal here. So I went and dug it, and it is a giant, well, I wouldn't say a giant, but a big old shoe. So this was definitely the barn. Thing is, even down in the barns, they would, you could still find some old, Civil War stuff that they might have been using. Old belt buckles and Civil War harnesses and cannonballs for the chicken nests, for like fake eggs so the chickens keep laying. I don't think it's used cannonball for that, but you know what I mean. We got the horseshoe and the harness buckle. I got a little signal here. I think it's going to be non-ferrous, so I thought I'll get you out for it. Oh no, it's a shotgun shell. That's a high brass 12 gauge shotgun shell hull. Yep, that's exactly what it is. I was hoping it would be something, well, this is kind of cool. I mean, it's older than me probably. It's always a good day when I can find something older than me. All right, that's the area right there where I've been digging, where the soil's really dark, and where the bricks were laid in here. They're laid out across like that. They actually come down under my feet. And I just dug this spoon right there, which is on top of the bricks, not far from where I found the handle over there. So, yeah, nice if it was silver, but it's not silver. Still pretty shiny though. This is a big old piece of copper. This is part of what they call a water boiler that would go on the side of a big cooking stove, and it would be a container that shape that would hold about, I don't know, 10-15 gallons of water, and that would keep the water hot 24/7 as long as you had your stove going. And the big cook stoves, like the Home Comforts, like I have one in my basement from when I was a kid. The Home Comforts had one on each side, so you'd always have warm water. Maybe not boiling, but it would be warm. It's never a happy sign when you find bases to light bulbs. Here's a nice glass sticking out there too, doesn't it? I want to give you a little tip about something too when you're looking for old home sites like this. Well, this is interesting. I think it might, for some reason, it just feels like a fired bullet to me that smashed on one of these rocks here. So that could be, this could be a Civil War relic. I mean, I'm not going to call it that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I always warn you guys about watching out for these. This is an arrow with a broadhead on the end of it, and that's like basically, it is a razor blade. Two of them are broken off, but when you get these good kind of signals, just be careful when you're digging it. And if you have cut-proof gloves on, all the better. Been so long since I found anything good, I haven't really gotten out for any of the signals, but I think I might have a coin. Might be modern, but I think it's a coin. What do you think? Is that just a modern quarter or a 2-cent piece? Oh no, it's a modern quarter. Hey, boy, I tell you. Whew, yeah, we're not gonna be out here too much longer. I was hoping we'd at least find a bottle dump or something around here, but that doesn't look like it's gonna happen. That's sad. We'll take it though. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to go ahead and start working my way back across the fields. If I find anything on the way, I am going to detect on the way. If I find anything, I'll get you back out. Otherwise, adios. We'll see you on the next one. I hope. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for